Hey!
Why so high?
Okay. Come again.
Hi guys!
Hey guys!
Welcome back to our channel.
Opeyemi and Ayobami.
Yep. Oppie and Ayo, that is us.
We are back. Okay, it took a little longer than expected, but did it actually take longer? Okay, yeah, a little longer.
Yeah.
But you know, at least you've enjoyed our Niger vlog. We went to Nigeria.
Lagos, Nigeria, to be precise.
Lagos. When last were you in Nigeria?
2010.
So 8 years ago, imagine. And I was opportune to take her back. So I had to show her places. We literally...
Oh, show me, Cotton, nothing, baby. They were showing us.
What do you mean they were showing us?
I was reflecting. This place has changed. This has changed. So we were just as bad as each other. We were both JJC.
So,
we were both JJC.
I was not JJC.
We were both JJC.
In the last video, we were supposed to do this, but we realized that we were over 10K subscribers.
I like to thank my mom. I like to thank God.
No. I like to send a request to my mommy. I want to say shout out to you guys for 10K. In fact, it's way more than 10K now.
Oh, no way, but you guys can help us to get way more than 10K. It's in your hands. It's in your hands.
We want to say a big thank you to all 10,000 plus of you.
We spoke about the conception phase. Conception, yeah. That's the right word. So now English. So now we're going to talk about the next stage. So the actual pregnancy,
yeah.
the actual 9 months. So we're splitting it into 3 months, Abby.
Yeah, so let's talk about it trimester after trimester.
Oh.
It's called trimester, not 3 months. So trimester, you have 3...
Oh, is it trimester? I thought it was true months.
You have 3 trimesters in a pregnancy. Let me educate you.
Oh, yeah.
Do you understand? Now...
Wait, I need a pen and paper.
So yeah, we're going to just talk about the trimesters, you know, split it that way, so we can hopefully cover everything up.
Yeah, first trimester. For me, the first trimester was very much different to Mickey's, in the sense that I was ill a lot more.
Oh, were you?
See? Oh, notice. Your own was just pregnancy. Anyway, so I was ill. I was definitely much more ill. I was tired. I was so tired. But with Mickey's, I was tired as well.
Yeah.
And I think I was a bit more stressed, probably because I had Mickey as well.
Right. Okay.
So Mickey was doing the most at that time as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was very much different in the sense in the symptoms that I was having. I also didn't eat meat. Stop.
That eating meat, to be honest, let me tell you something. There's some... I actually did not say this in the last video, but I'll just say it real quick. Now, one of the times when we thought that she was pregnant, she messaged me. No.
Stop.
She messaged me and she said, "Baby, I'm definitely pregnant. Do you know why? Meat irritates me. I'm not able to stand meat." So for a few weeks or a few days, she was saying, "Oh, I feel sick because of meat." But what happened? Obviously, the period came and we realized she was not pregnant. And I was like, "So baby, where did you get all these meat symptoms from?" It was all in her head. It was all in your head. So this meat stuff, I don't believe it anymore. Because I remember that Michaela's when she was like, "Oh, meat makes me sick." Well, the good thing is that I was enjoying and eating a lot of meat. Exactly. But now I feel like it was just in your head. But anyways, I'll let you say it.
Anyways, guys, I didn't eat meat. I couldn't eat meat because I didn't like meat. The smell put me off, everything.
So what, were you having morning sickness?
Yeah. So with Michaela, definitely, I was feeling sick, but I was never actually physically sick.
But I don't think you had morning sickness with Maya's one as well.
I did, baby. I did. I was throwing up more. Maybe while you were eating the meat, or notice. I was throwing up a lot.
So in those first 3 months?
In those first 3 months, definitely, especially at work.
Oh, okay,
so it wasn't literally.
Yeah. Okay, now I remember that you were actually obviously still going to work, and I remember how you'd always tell me that you were feeling sick.
Oh God, I felt awful.
What is the feeling like even? What is the feeling? What obviously I don't want to experience it or feel that way, but can you just tell us what is that pregnancy feeling like?
It's just like.
Is it like malaria?
I don't know what malaria is. I've never had malaria, so.
Right.
Maybe I've never had malaria.
Why have you never had malaria?
I'm British. No, okay, but in all seriousness, I just felt sick. I just felt like throwing up, and you know that feeling of throwing up when you haven't even eaten? You wouldn't know because you were eating meat, so you wouldn't know.
No, baby, I fast. So there's times where I've not eaten.
Okay.
Thanks.
Was my behavior different? Was I milking it?
Am I supposed to say that now? It was not even about milking it, but you were just in fact, this is not just trimester. Throughout the pregnancy, it was 9 months. This pregnancy tested my patience.
Me too. It tested my endurance.
What did you do?
Let me tell you why it tested my endurance. Because I don't know why men do this, but they think, oh, you've done the first one. What are you complaining about the second one?
No. Okay. No.
Anytime anything happened, I could just feel. I didn't even look at him. I could just feel him rolling his eyes. Like, can't you do that yourself?
No.
Like, no. You've done it before. Like this is. I'm sure one time you even said to me, baby, this is not even new to you. This is not new to you. So
no. There's two things. First, I said obviously there was a few things in her mind. Her mind was just playing on her that, okay, I am pregnant. Do you understand? And what I was trying to encourage her to do was...
Be independent.
Your mind, no, not be independent.
So am I Michaela?
No. That your mind is playing on you. Your mind is telling you, I am pregnant, I'm not able to do this, I'm not able to do that. Now, let's be real. It's not like I ever complained or said, oh, I'm not going to be able to...
You didn't have to complain, but sometimes you just be like... No, Roma.
No.
You'd be like, okay, baby, just give me 1 second.
Obviously, I did a lot more stuff and everything, which is fine. I never complained about that. Do you understand? But I felt like you were just very moany. You were always nagging. And I had to actually check her one time because I was like, I feel like you're not...
What was I nagging about?
Everything. There was nothing I could do properly.
Because you didn't do it properly. See,
there was nothing I could do well. Do you understand?
Oh yeah, I'm having.
No, it's not about that. It's just the damage is done.
No, at the end of the day, we have to. I feel like with the men as well, because already the women are already thinking, oh my God, life is going to change so quickly. I'm going to have 2 children. So I'm not...
No, exactly. Okay, say that. Because I felt like you were panicking about that.
Yes, so I needed you to be on board. I needed you to be ready, on the ready. Because
so, my on board readiness was not ready enough for you.
This is that extra pressure of already having a toddler. And just getting worried that another one is going to come. Yeah. How am I going to handle it? So I know I felt that pressure, and I probably put that on you. I'm sorry, baby.
Putting pressure on me.
I'm sorry.
You know, I'm just a good husband. Went to the hospital to have our first scan done. To see our baby for the first time.
Yeah.
So yes, we're expecting another baby.
We are.
We're grateful to God.
Thank you, Jesus.
You know, for His mercies and for His grace. If at this stage you don't know the sex or anything. Excited. Yeah. I remember we went there, obviously seeing our baby for the first time, and we were guessing the sex. You know, and then obviously when we saw the head was very big. You know. So we were like, oh, it's a boy!
Yeah,
you know?
it's a boy. Trimester is a good month, usually in general for women, because I think that was the month, oh my gosh. Obviously in pregnancy the bump comes out and it looks good.
Did your bump come out? I still felt like obviously your bump was small.
Do you know what I was doing? Ayo kept on like, it was so annoying, he kept on saying, are you sure like you're this far gone? Are you sure you're this far gone?
For a long time I was literally questioning. When she was 5 months I was like, baby, I feel like you're just 6 weeks pregnant.
And the thing is, like, that's what I don't like about, like, people, I said it in the first pregnancy video, it's not everything that you need to say to a pregnant woman. It's not every time you need to talk. So people would say stuff like, oh, are you pregnant? Oh, you're oh, okay. Oh, you're small, aren't you? It's like, shut up. Shut up.
This is why you guys did not see the pregnancy. It did not show.
Some people will come in comments now and say they knew.
No, we're going to deal with those ones after. The ones that we're trying to find out. We'll deal with it after. Just joking. Her face was still fine, you know.
Was still fine, like it changed.
It changed later. So yeah, it was only towards the latter part of the pregnancy that people started to notice that she was actually pregnant.
My nose kind of, just a little bit.
Now in the second trimester, what happened? Something major happened in the second trimester, and we need to be open and transparent about it. So we're going to let you guys know. Please.
Over to me. So the second trimester, obviously, you know, about 5 months-ish, you find out about the sex of the baby. And we had an expectation. No, we had a want. As human beings, you have wants. We had a want. And that want was we wanted the baby to be a boy.
Yes.
Both of us collectively wanted the baby to be a boy.
Yeah.
You know, and we had already said from the onset that we didn't want to tell anyone.
Yeah, so we're not going to tell. We didn't tell you guys.
We didn't
trust
tell our
me,
family.
guys. We did not tell our family members, her sisters, her parents, my brothers.
You know,
my
sisters confessed that they were, you know, snooping around.
Yeah, they were trying to find out. Everyone was trying to find out. We did not tell anyone what the sex was.
My mom and dad were even starting to say, "Oh, like, are you sure you've even given us the right birthday? Because this one that you don't want it." My mom was like, "I'm not going to buy any presents because since you guys don't want to tell us."
Yeah, and we'll tell you why in a second. We'll tell you why we maybe part of the reasons why, not exactly all the reasons why, but part of the reasons why we did not tell you guys or tell anyone. It's not because we were trying to be too private about it. So don't feel some type of way that we sort of hid everything from you because a few people were complaining. Okay, but yeah, we'll deal with that later. So now we're talking about
finding out.
So the finding out. So we went to the hospital. Shall I just say that part before I pass the baton back to you? So we were excited. Actually, we did not want to tell anyone because we wanted to do a gender reveal.
Yes.
We wanted to do a gender reveal later. We wanted to plan the gender reveal with like a gender party as well. So we did not tell anyone, and we were like, okay, we're going to tell the person at the what's her name? What did they call them? The midwife.
That rude woman. She was very rude.
We told the midwife, we want to find out the sex, but we don't want you to tell us.
Yeah.
However, what we want you to do is write it down in a piece of paper for us.
And what did she say? I can't do that, sorry. I'm sorry, no, I can't do that. Yeah, if you're watching, I'm talking about you.
So we were busy explaining, and then she refused us. So we were already very angry about that. We were annoyed. So I don't know how the guys that do this reveal thing do it. Do you understand? Because my understanding is that, you know, we ourselves wanted to be surprised.
Exactly.
We didn't want to know the sex.
Yeah. Exactly.
So if you're paying attention, we didn't want to know the sex, and we were not going to tell anyone the sex.
We wanted to all find out on the same
until the reveal day.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So we're telling you the story. Now she refused to allow us. Now I don't know how other people in the UK do it because they actually do the whole reveal thing. So it means they write it down and they don't find out because obviously everyone wants to capture their reaction and, you know, just be surprised together. Anyways, fast forward to when she was now checking, you know, Okwemi was just laying down there. Myself and Michaela were there watching. Prior to that, the midwife, is that a midwife?
I don't know, sonographer.
The sono, yeah, okay. Obviously, that's my field. I should know that. So she was checking, you know, and every time she was checking, she kept saying, "Oh, he is moving."
Oh yeah.
So she was like, "Oh, look at his nose.
Look at his nose.
Look at his legs."
That woman.
So we were really excited. We were really happy. We're like, it's so fun.
It's so.
She kept signaling to me and doing like this. Me too, I was doing like this. You know, we were excited that it was a boy. And so finally she's like,
do you want to find out?
Do you want to find out? In my mind, I'm like, oh, but you already told us. You already told us to say he. So I'm guessing, obviously, she was just saying he.
Yeah, because that's
what they do. Yeah, it's standard. Because men rule the world. Okay, let me not start that. Okay, so
then she was like, it's a girl.
Yeah, okay, literally. She was just like...
that was actually our reaction. That was
No. So it was like, it's a girl. We were smiling before and then I watched her face. Okwemi's face dropped. Okwemi's countenance went so down, so low. Okwemi, believe it or not, she started
crying. Oh my God.
She was crying in the room. That was one of the. She was very sad. And I was sad as well, obviously. Not necessarily. I don't think I was sad. I was just a bit disappointed. Obviously, when you're expecting something. She was very sad for the rest of that day. I had to lift up her spirit. I had to, cajole her. I had to do so many things just to let her know that, everything will be all right. And, this is how I was consoling her.
Why was I sad? Like, it's so funny because, like, as human beings, as Christians, you say what you want. You tell God what you want.
Yeah.
But you forget that God also has a will for you as well. And I think for that time and for a very long time, I forgot that God has a will for me as well. So it's not like, someone used to say, I don't know, I used to always hear pastors say, God is not a magician.
Yeah.
And I used to think, oh, what are you talking about? God can do anything. He's more than a magician. But it's not that he goes, oh, Okwemi, oh, you want this?
Appear,
do, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't know that God's will for me is greater than what I thought at that time. And as humans, and I know people out there can relate to this,
Yeah.
It's not that I don't... Anyway, that story's for another day, because this star girl, but at that time I couldn't even see past child. All I could see was boy or girl. And it's like you just have to be reminded that children are a heritage of the Lord, not boy, not girl. Children are a heritage of the Lord. So the fact that I was getting a gift from God was a blessing in itself. And I'm ashamed to say that I forgot about that. I forgot about that. And all I was thinking was, I want a boy child, I want a male child, blah, blah, blah. And looking back on it, it was just, it's not that you can't request from God, it's not that you can't ask from God, but ultimately his will prevails.
Yeah. I mean, for us, if I may chip in there, we're praying to God for a certain sex, okay? Now, when you're praying to God for something and God decides to give you another thing, God has a bigger plan.
Definitely.
Do you understand? And we were probably not seeing God's plan at that time. Do you understand? But it's when we look back in hindsight that we begin to see a few things, and a few signs that God has been speaking to us, about our child.
And you feel so silly. Like sometimes I just sit down and I'm like, God, just thank you for having mercy on me.
I remember one day I was just like, baby, we are being very ungrateful. And we were now like, it's true, we're being ungrateful. And from that day, it was Thanksgiving. We just started thanking God because obviously God is not man. Do you understand? God does not think the way we think. And we knew that, all things will work together for good. And we knew that he has bigger plans and better plans. So we wanted his will to be done. In fact, when Jesus was going, do you understand? When Jesus wanted to turn back and say, you know what, this cross is too much for me. Jesus prayed a prayer. He said, I wish this cross may be taken. I wish this thing can pass over me. However, not my will. But, Jesus, who is God, was saying, I feel like I'm preaching, but Jesus, who is God, was saying, not my will, but your will be done. So, and immediately I just began to think that, okay, we're praying for our will. We're praying sometimes, but are we praying for our will or God's will to be done? Do you understand? And I began to understand that, look, we may want something, but God's will is better for us. So we began to embrace God's will. We began to embrace God's will. And that joy that, the devil wanted to steal. Because finding out about your baby, finding out about the sex of your baby, finding out that you're pregnant, your baby is growing. In fact, we went to the hospital. They are not telling us that your baby has Down syndrome. They are not telling you that, it seems that your baby's leg is moving this way. Or your baby has one problem or the other. It was all, your baby is perfect. Happy baby.
Jumping baby.
Happy. Do you understand? And I kept saying that, baby, we have a healthy baby here that we need to be grateful to God for. But we are being ungrateful
and unappreciative,
unappreciative because of sex, this little thing. So from then, we changed our perspective, changed our mind about it all.
And that, also, I just want to encourage someone, because obviously I felt like that because of African culture. Kidney.
That's what it is now. Because but I was wondering why you even felt like that, because I never gave you that impression.
That's the thing. Ayo never ever gave me that impression. But it's just just the African culture, you know, I just need a son to continue my, you know, husband's
my legacy
name,
and my heritage.
Obama only son. Who else? It's not everybody that has sons, so you know. But it was just that mentality. So I mean, if a son is given to you, great. If a daughter is given to you, great.
Yeah.
If a child is given to you, great. You know, embrace it all. You know. So I think this, like I said, Maya has taught me many lessons.
Yeah, so many lessons
that she doesn't even know that she's taught us.
And in case you don't know, that's one of the reasons why Maya means close to God, because she actually brought us closer to God.
Definitely.
So we called her Maya.
Yeah.
That's the reason behind that name. So God was teaching us a lot of things.
Definitely.
God was teaching us a lot of things. And you know, we've come, our joy is full. Do you understand? I couldn't have had it any other way. Anyways, let us quickly move, because I think we've spent a bit of time here, but it's just because we wanted to tell you guys everything, and I hope, you know, you'll appreciate our transparency here about it all. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just reminiscing and remembering.
Yeah.
I'm just remembering.
It was trying times for us, you know, but we just thank God, you know, because God is faithful. Stage, I'll just start it and then you continue. At this stage, this is when you were getting a bit tired and a bit impatient.
Very impatient.
You know, you were always talking about how you just wanted Maya to come already.
You know how you say some silly things during pregnancy, like just that was one of them. Sometimes I'll secretly wish, oh gosh, I wish Maya will come early. What?
And I'm like, baby, how can you be wishing Maya would come early? Are you wishing to have a premature? Are you wishing to have a baby that's going to be put in the incubator?
And that's what I'm saying. And it's like, it's not, sometimes, that's why I say God should just have mercy. Because sometimes we say things, you know, without even thinking it through. You know, it's not easy having a baby that's born early. It's not easy on yourself. It's not easy on the child. Now imagine me with my talk mouth saying that I want to have a baby early. It's like, it just doesn't, for my own selfish reasons.
And I remember you saw something. What did you see? You saw some documentary and you were showing me.
No, it was one Instagram page like of one of my friends, and like she just helps people who are just going through, you know, that process of their child being born early. And it's like, when you say a child being born early, you think it's just, oh, a child being born early. There's so many complications that come with it. And you know, I don't even know why, daily I used to always see feeds, and I used to just ask God for mercy that, you know, how can I be wishing something like this on myself, not knowing the implications? It's when you say things out of ignorance. You know, when you say things out of ignorance. Very impatient time for me. But I guess that impatience also came because, you know, you've had your first child already. You know the end result. The end result is a baby. So you just want to fast forward all this pregnancy and just have your baby in your arms. So I think that's why I was getting impatient as well. So, and then another thing, I think a big issue for me as well was the pressure of C-section.
Okay, yeah.
So basically, because I had a C-section before, I was already told that, you know, I'm high risk and I'm probably going to have a C-section again. And I was upset.
Yeah.
I was upset.
But I kept telling her, that, look, whether you have a C-section or a natural birth, does not matter. Do you understand? And I kept encouraging her. Do you understand? Obviously, the C-section, you're going under the knife and all of that. You know, which is not necessarily the best. However, there's the advantages, there's the disadvantages as well. Yeah, some of the advantages are, you know, one or two things, and then some of the
okay.
Anyways. So I was just encouraging her, you know, not to worry about that. And obviously at that time, you know, they were just like, oh, you're high risk. They're not necessarily saying you're going to have a C-section. But I was just like, you need to relax, do you understand? And be positive. Because she was feeling this way, you know, we were clashing a few times. And, you know, but we managed it. It's just that I feel like, oh, she was she got easily irritated
and easily upset.
I literally had to always be, you know, holding her like this, like a baby.
I am your baby girl.
I literally had to be holding her every night, you know, just telling her everything will be alright. Man, you have work, oh. You have work to do. I'm telling you. Do you understand? Because I had to be strong for her in this time where she was feeling vulnerable.
And not all the time you could understand why I was feeling vulnerable.
So sometimes I'm just like, baby, why are you upset again? You know, sometimes I'm just like, I can't deal with this. Sometimes I was just like, Oti, sue me. You know, I was just like, because it was too much. You know, it was too much. And obviously, as we got closer to the time, she was just like, oh, I'm just tired, blah, 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 blah. But anyways, we thank God, you know, for our testimony. And we just thank God for what God is doing in our lives. Because every experience that we have, do you understand, is an experience that leads to destiny. You know, on the road to destiny, you will go through things. A lot of things will happen that will teach you, that will make you stronger, that will mold you. Yeah. So I just believe all of this is part of our destiny. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to pause it now. And in the next video, we will tell you our labor and delivery story. Okay?
You can see I'm smiling.
So stay tuned for the part 3. Oh, this is a trilogy.
The Matrix, Abby.
We made it, bro.
We made it.
We made it. Yeah. So we're giving you the trilogy of our birth and pregnancy and everything. So stay with us next week.
Stay with us, people.
Not next week. The next video. Hopefully it'll be next week or next 2 weeks. We will talk about our labor and delivery story or the lovely baby Maya. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting us. We love you.
Like, share and subscribe.
Subscribe, please.
Now.
Like, share and subscribe.